Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day. Today I want to talk about this really cool Kizer Vanguard series, which is their more value price line. I reviewed the premium version of this knife, which is the Kizer Trestle, traditional with some modern conveniences. It's a slip joint, really cool knife. However, this one being the Vanguard series does come in at a lower price point. It utilizes some different materials. This one, for example, is the Damascus that's acid washed to bring out that really shiny. And then your handle is titanium with this, I think it's called Karuti wood. It's MKRUTI wood, but I think it's the M silent. And this guy comes in for under 90 bones. So if you're not a fan of Damascus, you can also get this knife in a couple of different configurations. Titanium micarta with a 14C blade, and it's going to come in about $10 less. You'll notice with the Damascus that your branding is all done on this backspacer. Yes, it's a backspacer. I'll explain that here in a second. You've got Kizer, Azo, the designer, and Trestle, the name. You've also got a little lanyard, hidden lanyard tube there. And I call it a backspacer because this is a distinctive slip joint. It's got a half stop that opens past 90 degrees. That's the reason for that we'll talk about. And then it opens fully. But if you'll notice, I'm not getting any movement in this backspacer or this external spring. As I cycle through these stops, the spring's not moving. It does, however, have an internal spring that is moving. Whoops. I don't know if you can see down in there, but you've got a little stainless steel spring that, as I move this handle, you can see that spring is moving like a traditional slip joint would. Another thing that's really cool about this Raindrop Damascus is you can tell that it's got a true core. It's true Damascus. It's not done as an etching pattern. It's really nicely done Damascus. Very, very sharp. The wood is very personal. You got a knot here. You don't have a knot here. So it is natural materials. There's a little bit of displacement on this side. Totally flat on this side. That doesn't bother me because it is more of the budget design. I call it Raindrop. They call it Rainbow Damascus. I apologize. And the HRC is somewhere between 60 and 62, according to Kizer. So, I hit the choil with a ricotta. Great little slicer of fruit, slicer of packaging, opening up food materials, opening up dog food, cat food, and with it being a non-locking slip joint, it's going to be legal in most states and most countries worldwide. You've got a lot less restrictions on a non-locking knife, and it still works very much like an EDC knife. This one does not come with a slip. It just comes like this. It does, however, have this nice jimping in the little, God, I'm going blank, ricotta. So you've got the ricotta here, where if you'll notice, this does not come to a full 90 degrees. That's to help you from keeping your finger pinched. So if you're kind of new to slip joints, when you open this up, instead of it just being a sharp ricotta, it's got these finger gems. What that does is, should you accidentally go up and close it, it's not going past 90 degrees, so it doesn't get your finger in contact with that blade. Just an extra kind of design feature that makes it less likely to pinch you. It's got a standard nail nick. Locks open very much with authority. I'd say it's about a 5, 4, 4, maybe a 5. It's slim. I think it's sleek looking. I like it. I also like the micarta in 14C. However, I think the Damascus is very pretty. You've got jimping up here on the blade and jimping down here on the Ricasa. A couple of things that you might consider modern, along with the spring being more of a fixed backspacer on the external. I want to thank the viewer that pointed that out to me on my first review of this knife. So this guy's going to come in the Damascus right about 90 bones. So for about 160 bones, Kizer has their Blade series, which is an upgrade in materials. You have titanium, carbon fiber, and S45VN. Same design, same pattern, same knife. Great size, has the same safety feature with the jimping, same safety feature with the less than 90 degree half stop, same walk and talk, just a finer knife. So this is going to come in right in that 150 range. This is going to come in at that sub $100 range, right? Both Azo designs, both identical in terms of stylistically, what they do, and how they perform. So if we're going to do some size comparisons, we'll see that it's smaller than a bug out, which tells me there's no need to break out the PM2, but let's break out our Sharpie. We'll see it's about 3/4 of an inch, maybe smaller than a bug out, maybe a little bit more than an inch bigger than the Sharpie. Now, I didn't have a wide. I tried to get just some regular slip joints out of my collection. One of them is this Great Eastern Cutlery. '86. I'm just putting some oil on it, guys. I apologize. Remember where the oil is on that rack. So it's about the same size as the '86 Barlow. I've got a QSP Hedgehog, one of my favorite slip joints. This is a traditional pocket knives exclusive. Right about the same size as that. I have a feeling it's going to be real close to the size of these guys. Got a Lion Steel Best Man. A little bit shorter, but not much. And then finally, Jack Wolf Low Drag Jack. One of my favorites too. About the same size. So it seems that I have a particular size of knife that I like that's right around this size. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our tape measure and we're going to learn that this little guy comes in right between 6.5 inches and 6 3/4. It's got a blade that's just a hair under 3 inches, probably right around 297. It's got a handle that is exactly 3 3/4, and this inside grip to that jimping is exactly 3 3/4. So from right here to right here, you've got a 3 3/4 comfortable grip. I've got a 3.5 inch hand, so it fits my hand very well. Very nice feeling knife. Blade stock on it's pretty thin, 0.990, with the behind the edge of 0.0170 roughly, and a handle thickness of 0.4190, so well under 1/2 of an inch. Very elegant. I don't know if the 14C or the DLC is not done like this, but I love the way that this particular Damascus has the branding put in on that backspacer. Very nice touch. I really like the rainbow Damascus. Even though I'm not a huge fan of Damascus, I think it looks beautiful. It looks very high quality. The knife only weighs 2.55 ounces, and it's nearly a 3-inch blade, definitely over 2.9. So slip joints probably don't fall over that inch per ounce ratio, but since we've used them here on the channel, we might as well continue to use it. The Kizer Trestle, guys, I think it's a winner of a slip joint. I'm not as much on the traditional train as I used to be, where I was just going crazy over them. However, I think this is a well-made knife. Personally suits my style. I like the clip point. I like the size. I like the action. I just think it's a good knife. This is the Kizer Trestle. I give it the seal of approval. They were kind enough to send it to me to check out. However, that doesn't change the way I feel about it. I think it's a good knife for the price. Guys, I appreciate you watching. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you taking the time to come in and watch. If you're so inclined, please hit the subscribe button down there. Please hit the bell notification icon down there. Thumbs up, thumbs down, always helpful. Special shout out and thank you to the channel members. I appreciate each and every one of you. And if you'll all just please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your hearts and choose debate, not hate. I love you all. Peace.